Hey guys, welcome back to Animal Fact Cafe. I'm Kyla, and today we are going to be talking about a weird fucking animal. Today, first of all, is a weird fucking day. Like, everything has gone wrong, and I just got out of bed. So I woke up, my cat was being annoying, that's nothing abnormal. I go get Dunkin' because I have to be in class for 3 hours, and, I'm like, oh, my stomach hurts, I probably should get Dunkin'. So I didn't eat breakfast, so I got Dunkin' anyway. Now my stomach hurts. And then there's a whole debacle at my job trying to figure out coverage because my internship, the last, teaching I had to do got canceled, so they had to reschedule me on a day where we're already short-staffed. So that's so fun for me. So I was having a fucking panic attack about that. Then I get to the park to take a moment and chill, work on my podcast, and I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't take my meds. And you're probably like, okay, but that's my fucking antidepressant, okay? My anxiety medicine. So, yeah, I'm gonna start getting withdrawals, and that's gonna be great. I'm not looking forward to that. This bitch is, turned up a little bit. Turn my my mic down a little bit. Okay, now that's too much. Is that better? So yeah, that's my morning. So I'm gonna pray that this podcast episode turns out great because I'm gonna be pissed if not. I also got some new rings. I've started to wear rings, not when I'm working, obviously, because the animals, but let's do a tour. So if you're not watching, I'll explain. So the ring finger of my right hand, I have this little ring. It's like two mountains and there's a little sun in the middle and it's yellow. I got that from the thrift store for $1 the other day. This one I got, I don't remember, I think it was from H&M. This one I got at a pet expo. It's a cat with blue eyes. That's my ring tour. But anyway, we're gonna be talking about the platypus today. And the platypus is a weird fucking animal, and I always think of Perry the platypus, semi-aquatic, blah blah blah. So yeah, they are semi-aquatic mammals that lay eggs. And if you don't know, mammals aren't supposed to lay eggs. Mammals have cycles, we're mammals, so we don't fucking lay eggs. But there are a few types of mammals that do lay eggs, and they are called, give me a moment, monotrem. I'll put it in the screen. But basically, they're one of 5 monotremes that lay eggs. And the platypus is from Australia. Shocker. I feel like every time I'm like, oh, this is a weird animal, where are they from? It's always Australia. I want to go to Australia so bad. I want to go to the Australia Zoo. That is on my bucket list. And I once put that in my dating profile. I was like, I want to go to the zoo, the Australia Zoo, and meet the Irwins. And someone's like, honey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Steve Irwin died. And I'm like, I know, but his family still runs it. What the fuck? Sorry, honey, in case you didn't know, if anybody knew, it would be me. I grew up watching Steve Irwin. That is my idol. No one will surpass Steve Irwin. Maybe his son. Now, his son wouldn't surpass, but be right up there with him. His son is, a carbon copy. I love watching his videos. And Bindi and her little daughter is already playing animals, dream. To grow up in a zoo, hello? So, yeah, they're from Australia. Something really cute. Their babies are called puggles. The male platypus is actually venomous. They have spurs on the back of their hind legs, kind of like cowboys. That's what I always think of when I read that, the little spurs on the cowboy boots. And they are connected to a venom gland and it's lethal, but there are no recorded deaths from it. So, and I was reading an article, so I'm playing with my hair. I actually wore my hair curly for once, and I'm not used to it. And it was is the plural of platypuses, which I don't like that because that sounds really wrong. Platypi, platypus, and it said platypus or platypuses is the right terminology, and I don't like any of those answers, so I'm gonna say platypi. So it's fine. So they eat insect larvae, shrimp, worms, and yabbies, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And of course, it's an Australian crustacean, yabbies. So they carry food up to the surface to eat, and they actually close their eyes when they're swimming. So when they close their eyes, they actually have ears under their beak. Yeah. I don't know why I was questioning that. Or their bills, that's the word I was looking for. They have little small ear openings so they can detect sound and shit. They use electric impulses so that they can close their eyes when they're swimming. So they scoop up stuff in their bill, bring it to the surface, snack away, and their tails are fat reserves to keep them warm while they're underwater, which I think is really cool. They are also mammals that lay eggs, so they don't have nipples. So to feed their young, the mom secretes milk from her skin, and that's how she feeds her babies, and that's just really weird. I love how I wrote in parentheses for Gabby's Australian freshwater frustration instead of crustacean. That honestly depicts how I feel right now. But yeah, the platypus is interesting. They're really kind of scary looking, but like the babies are really cute. So I don't know how I feel about that. You should see the pollen on that car that just pulled up. I am going to puke. I have to go sit in this fucking class for 3 hours. I'm really not prepared. I need to like down my Dunkin'. What time is it? Because I was like in the middle of time because I need to get to school by like noon so I can find parking. The parking situation, just that shit gives me anxiety. I'm trying to work on my anxiety. But obviously, if you look at the skin ripped from my nails, that's not going very well. But yeah, guys, this is a little bit of a short episode. Like I said, I'm having a day and I just wanted to talk about animals for a minute. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been posting some shorts on here and on my TikTok, Animal Fat Cafe. Also my cat Instagram. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope it's not bullshit like mine. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.